Hi everybody, and welcome to Chelsea Groton Bank's Facebook video. My name is Miria Gray, and I am the Community Education Officer here at Chelsea Groton Bank, and today we are going to be talking about the 10 do's of credit. So credit is kind of one of the really important things that we have going on. It enables you to do a whole lot of things like buy a car or a house or a larger purchase that you might not have the money for. So we're going to be talking about the 10 things to make sure that you're doing to make sure you're ready when that needs to happen. Okay, so the first one is establish your credit report. So a lot of people would love to be able to live off the grid and not use credit and live in a full cash society. But unless you're going to be purchasing a house with cash or a brand new car with cash, when those larger purchases come along, you need to make sure that you have an established credit report so that your lenders can determine whether or not you are going to be a borrower that they want to lend money to. So it's important to get started early on so that you are ready when the time comes. The next tip is to always pay as agreed. So every creditor is different. You may have different due dates, but whatever that due date might be, you definitely want to be paying at least the minimum balance on the day that it's due or within the grace period. If you are late, as long as you're not 30 days late, you may have a fee for having a late payment, but at least it should not be getting reported to the credit reporting agency that you were 30, 60, or 90 days late. So you definitely don't want to spend more money than you have to pay every month. The third one is to get a credit card. So we would all like to believe that maybe we don't need a credit card. However, that is the easiest way to establish credit and probably the least expensive. You could establish credit by buying a car, but that's a really large purchase. And although a lot of car dealers would love to get everybody the credit they need to be able to purchase a new car, you might have a really high interest rate with the credit that they are able to secure you because you don't already have an established credit report. So if you have a credit card, though, even though it might be a high interest rate, you only have to charge a little bit every month to establish a credit report. And as long as you're paying it off, you really shouldn't accrue too much money in interest charges. So a credit card is probably the way to go to start establishing your credit. The fourth one is to use caution in closing accounts that you're not using. So do be careful when you're closing old accounts because they might be making your credit higher. Your credit, one of the big determining factors is your credit to debt ratio. So if you have a credit card that you're not using and it's a fully available balance, it might be balancing off cards that you are currently using that you have a balance on. So it's really important not to close out those cards so that you can stay within that 30% credit to debt ratio that credit reporting agencies are really looking for. Apply for credit judiciously. When you're ready for credit, don't just go out there and apply for any old credit. Take a look at what it's offering, what the interest rates are, what their terms are. Sometimes they bury terms late. Like if you're late on a payment, your interest rate might skyrocket. So it's really important to know what those terms are before you sign up. So just applying for the first credit card that comes into your inbox might not be the way to go. The sixth one is to give it time. Everything takes time. You're not going to build your credit report this week, this year, or next year. One of the determining factors in a credit score is the length of time that you have had credit. So your score will get better the longer that you've had credit and the better that you've used it. So it's not something that's going to happen overnight. So it's really important that you're understanding that when you are trying to build your credit or fix your credit, that while you can damage your credit pretty quickly in a couple of months, it's going to take quite a long period to build it or fix it. Number 7 is demonstrate stability. And that means that you are paying every month as you said you would, and not paying every month, every other month, or skipping 3 months and then paying again. Yes, they will continue to extend you credit possibly, but you're really damaging your credit in the meantime. The 8th one is to have a plan. If you need to use your credit for something like a refrigerator or a car repair, something that is more expensive than you can pay off every month, have a plan to pay that down. So how much are you going to pay on that every month? How much can you afford to pay? And how long will it take you to get that paid off? Having a plan really helps you make sure that you're sticking to that plan and getting that debt paid down. Number 9, put your credit to work for you. Once you've established your credit and you've had credit for a couple of years, you were probably going to be eligible for some rewards through your credit card. So maybe cashback rewards or airline miles. If you're going to be using credit, you should absolutely get rewarded for using it and using it well. So make sure that you're looking to see what cards are going to give you the type of rewards that you're looking for. And number 10 is share your knowledge. So not everybody is going to see this video, not everybody is going to take a class, not everybody is going to know the things that you know. So as long as what you're telling them is correct, sharing your knowledge with other people really is helpful, because we oftentimes don't talk about how to best manage our credit or get credit, and people are walking around and they just have no idea. So sharing your knowledge is always very helpful. These 10 do's come from one of our classes on credit. So if you would like more information about credit, your FICO score, how to manage credit, please feel free to check out our Power of Credit class, which is an hour long, and we will be offering them remotely and in person once it's possible again. So we will see you tomorrow, and have a great day. Bye-bye.